I want to be that guy in your corner that gives you that inspiration that you need to get to that next level in your life. I want to help you achieve greatness. Ever since I was a kid, I knew that there was something different about me. I knew that I was special. I knew that I was destined for greatness. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm 36 years old, and I have not at all achieved what I would like to achieve. But I know that in serious areas of my life, I have achieved, with God's help, greatness. I've achieved that in my family. I've achieved that in business. I'm achieving that on social media. I achieved that in my movies that I produced, in my children's lives, wherever I went to go, even in my political career. I was in politics in college. Whatever I set my mind to do, I was able to achieve great things. And everybody was always trying to figure it out. And I want to show you and I want to share with you how I've been able to do that and how you could start achieving those things in your life, and you could stop living an average life and start living a great life. And I know that it sounds, even for myself, it gives me the ick feeling to make it as if I'm so great. But I'm going to be honest with myself, and I'm going to be honest with you. I think that I'm a little bit more ahead than the average person at my stage of the game, and I have so much more to grow. So I want to share with you how I've achieved these things in my life, and I want to share with you how you could start to achieve your greatness as well. So number one, you have to think bigger. I have a story of a woman who used to work for me. She was a single mother, and her husband did not pay her any type of matrimony, and she was on her own. And I said to her one day, what amount of money would change your life? Because I always saw her living paycheck to paycheck. I would have to give her advances on her paycheck. And it was always a problem financially with her. And she said, if I had $5,000, that would change my life. And I said to her, no, that would not change any part of your life. Maybe it'll solve your problems for the next 2 or 3 months, but really, you need $50,000. And to be honest with you, even 50 grand would not change her life. And she looked at me like there's no way in heaven that I could produce $50,000. And I said to her, with that type of mentality, you're absolutely right. There is no way that you're going to be able to produce $50,000. You have to allow your mind to think outside of the box about what is truly possible. So a lot of people, their problem is they're just thinking too small. You're thinking what's going to solve your immediate issue. When you think, you have to think, what is going to solve my problems in life, not this problem that I'm having in my life. So you have to think bigger. If you think you need $5,000 to change your life, then you have to say to yourself, no, I really need $50,000 to change my life. And by the way, that'll only change your life for about a year. And if you're a person who thinks that $50,000 is going to change your life, well, then you have to aim for $500,000. And if you're a person that thinks that 500 grand is going to change your life, then you have to aim to make $5 million, because whatever you think is going to solve your problems is not. The world has so much friction in it. The difficulty to get your ideas to market, the difficulty to achieve your goals, the difficulties to actually hit a target, hit a mark is so hard. And most people get discouraged as soon as they encounter a little bit of friction. And that's what stops so many people from actually achieving their greatness. Because the second that they hit friction, they give up. So imagine this lady that I was telling you about. Let's say she got her 5 grand. Let's say it fell from heaven. By the way, between you and I gave her the 5 grand. Let's say this lady, after she got her 5 grand, she still had the problem. So imagine how discouraged this person was. She had a goal to get 5 grand. I made that goal possible for her to achieve her 5 grand. She achieved it and she got it. And she found herself still in the same hole than she was before. So this person is going to be discouraged because they achieved their goals and they were still screwed. So what type of motivation is that to continue? But imagine she had aimed towards $50,000. And the friction on the way to that $50,000 was a lot. And maybe she only achieved half of it, but that's $25,000. We live in Panama, all right? That would have solved her problem for a year. And that would have felt good. And that feeling of good would have propelled her to her next goal. She would have said, wow, I actually came close to that $50,000. Maybe now I should aim for 100 grand. So the friction that people encounter, a lot of people take that as a no, or you cannot achieve. But that friction is really just temporary. And the people that actually succeed are the people that will push through that friction. So when you find yourself encountering difficulties, which we all do, I encounter difficulties every single day in my life, every single day in my business. On most deals, I encounter friction. Most people give up. They think that it's a no. My dream cannot come true. My idea was stupid. My deal is not going to happen. Whatever that might be, they give up. But when you encounter that friction, you have to understand it's temporary. And the way to counteract that friction is to follow up on that friction with massive, relentless action. Nothing happens because you did it once. Going to the gym once will do nothing. Making one sales call will do nothing. Opening up one business will do nothing. Trying something once will do nothing. Taking one course will do nothing. Anything that is worth doing requires you to do it every single day. Every day. You got to become so disciplined in your daily routine. I can't stress this enough. My handwriting is terrible, forgive it. You gotta be so disciplined every single day. The way to achieve big goals and big dreams is much more simple than you think. Imagine a wood chopper. The way that he takes down that gigantic tree is by taking his axe every single day and smashing that tree in the exact same spot day after day after day. And that's how he takes down the biggest trees in the forest. If he were to take the same axe and hit the same tree, but hit it at different parts every day, then he wouldn't take down his prize. The way to take down your dreams is by constantly, every single day, hammering away, chipping away, hit at a time, day at a time, action at a time. And if you do that, over time, you will take down your gigantic dreams. Just like the lumberjack, the wood chopper, every day you gotta chop away at your dream. And don't worry, by the way, if the whole thing doesn't come together in a day, in a week, in a month, maybe even a year. But if you're consistent at it, if you stay at it, just like the lumberjack, you're gonna take down your dream. You're gonna take down your gigantic goal, your gigantic tree. It will happen, but you can't give up once you have experienced the friction. Don't let the friction stop you and convince you that you cannot achieve your greatness. If you follow these 4 things, I guarantee you, with God's help, you will achieve your greatness. Number 1, think bigger. All right, if you think you need 5,000, go to 50. If you think you need 50, go to 500. If you think you need 500 grand, go to 5 million. Number 2, when you do experience friction, don't let the friction get you down. It's not a no, it's just temporary. Number 3, go for massive, relentless action. And number 4, every day, get up and go towards your goals every single day, because that is how you will take down the biggest tree in the forest.